recording. I am paste. I'm going to save and close. I'm going to start streaming. It's the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Antelope Valley, 8-2 on the year, will take on Mount San Jacinto here on the campus of Mount San Jacinto College. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Cepeda, and we have a triple-header SCFA playoff schedule here today on SoCalCollegeSports.com. College of the Canyons hosting traveling to Golden West.
For the toss of the coin for Antelope Valley, wearing number 23.
We have this game here, Antelope Valley and Mount San Jacinto, and then we also have
Number 44.
later this evening Riverside, the defending state champ, taking on Ventura as they travel up the coast on the 101.
Avante Rocks, number 7. I'm sorry, number 9, Sherrod White, number 51, Michael Iram, and number 1, Dylan Morris. The officials for today's game: the back judge, Mr. Ryan Castillo; the side judge, Mr. Peter Ems; field judge, Mr. Joe Rice; the line judge, Mr. Kyle Taco; the headlines, Judge Trent Brown.
Getting set and ready to go here
And the referee, the gentleman in the white hat, Mr. David Bautista.
at Mount San Jacinto College. We have the coin toss.
Antelope Valley has won the toss, and they defer to the second half. Mount San Jacinto will receive and defend the south goal. Antelope Valley will do the kicking and defend the north goal.
All right, and so you got your white shot. All right, ready, 2. Two's hot.
Getting set and ready to go. Antelope Valley has won the toss. They have elected to defer. We are set and ready to go. Antelope Valley in the white, Mount San Jacinto in the black. If you can go up here. Thank you. Today's broadcast, proud sponsor, the Hemet Sportsman Club, established in 2011. to help support local youth sports in the San Jacinto Valley. So the Kiwanis Club of the San Jacinto Valley, with the proud sponsors today as well, active throughout the valley with numerous charitable projects, both financially and through service. This is a joint broadcast here with Antelope Valley and Mount San Jacinto. We are set and ready to go here in the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl. Mount San Jacinto will have it, and they'll take it. It's Dorian Cole. It looks like it was a big mistake early on. Looked like Cole just fell down at the 1 yard line. So Mount San Jacinto is going to be backed up early on, and, well, obviously an early opportunity for the Marauders, as they will be in a prime position to perhaps force a safety. Both of these teams met earlier this season. Mount San Jacinto in a tight one, just barely eking out a win over Antelope Valley. That was a game that could have gone either way. A couple of easy chip shot field goals missed by the Marauders. And
Coleman with the carry.
we'll have Robert Coleman, freshman QB from Murrieta, on the opening carry, looking for a little breathing room, and he's going to come off. He's going to come off hobbling. Now, it's a two-quarterback system. It's Coleman and Devin Friedland, sophomore QB from Menifee.
Holding's a call against the Eagles.
And there's a hold on the play, so that's going to back it up even further. Half distance, of course, to the goal. So they were on the 1. Now they're on the half-yard line. So first and a long 10, if you will.
Devin Freeland at quarterback. Penalty was declined. The ball was placed at the 5-yard line.
It's a smart move here by Coach Perry Jaleka. He's going to decline the penalty. He's take 2 yards. So it's 2-yard or 3-yard game. 2nd and 7 now. And this is going to be a first down completion to Talik Brown.
On the reception, Talik Brown. Stop made by Augustine Thorfield.
It's a nice play made, just pitch and catch. It's an early first down.
Gain of 12.
So first and 10, Mount San Jacinto. Pass complete again over the middle. Friedland going to hook up for about 7 yards. Pass is complete to Caden Chambers, 6'1" sophomore, also from Murrieta.
Chambers. Ball is now at the 24. Gain of 7. 2nd down, 3.
Yeah.
Gerard White. No game.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Again, some technical difficulties here from Mount San Jacinto. Regarding the internet, we're up and running, hopefully for the duration of the ball game. 3rd and short, and this can be a first down, and then some. It's Sherrod White, running back sophomore from Menifee, keeping the drive alive on 3rd down and short. Takes first contact. In fact, he took first, second, and third contact en route to the first down inside the 20-yard line down to the 16. Friedland again in the shotgun. Handoff inside. And talking with Coach Perry Jaleka for Antelope Valley earlier today, said they do a great job. It's a well-coached program. Casey Mazzota in his 14th year, father, longtime coach of Cerritos College, friend of the program. And, well, they have a terrific defense and running game, and they're going to hit you in the mouth. The question is, how are you going to respond? And, well, this is the second drive now. First one trudged along. They didn't do themselves any favors on the opening drive, taking the kickoff, falling down at the 1-yard line. So able to get out of harm's way. Pass is caught, complete for the touchdown. And the Eagles strike first blood as Talik Brown in for 6.
Kevin Friedland.
And Friedland puts it on the money for the touchdown. We'll see it one more time after the kick. It's 6-0 pending the extra point.
Extra point.
Kick is up and good by Nick Sabilla. 7-0. Mount Jacinto on the board. And we'll be back. It's the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Division Championship Bowl here on SoCal College Sports.
Like sometimes all you have to do is just move the belt back onto the lens so the teeth is
7-0. Mount San Jacinto on top of Antelope Valley. Received by Reese Robinson. Robinson with a nice return. No flags on the play. Oh, wait a minute. Flag on the far side. Couple flags now. So this one likely coming back. You heard some cries of a hold from the Mount San Jacinto side.
Illegal block in the back against the Marauders.
Call is block in the back. Going to go against AVC.
Ball will be placed at the 15. Marauder will have it 1st and 10.
So the Marauders will start things off 1st and 10. This broadcast also being brought to you in part by Hunter Dodge of the West and Fonder Solari, proud sponsors of Antelope Valley College football. Handoff inside, not much doing there. Blankhead on the carry. So Amir Bankhead, also a local product for AVC. That pass complete to Jones. Day has a first down to the 35.
David Jones on the stop. Kelvin Davis, first down at the 34-yard line.
Just a nice play run here. Sits down. Jones makes a move, picks up a first. And he'll move the chains. Devon Jones, second leading receiver on the team behind Carlos Hill, leads the team in touchdowns on the season for the Marauders. Bankhead falls down on the cutback. And that'll be a loss on the play for AVC.
Loss of 2. Second down, 12.
Two receivers up and down the formation. It's an out pattern to Jones, and Jones pass complete, gets back just past the original line of scrimmage. It will set up third and long for AVC.
Gain to the 35-yard line. Gain of 3. Third down, 9.
Trips now to the right. Devon Jones will move into the formation, into the slot. Jones. And near side, this is going to be a tackle for a modest gain. Won't be enough for a first down as Caden Hinton is taken down at the 39-yard line. On the AVC side, it's going to force a punting situation for AVC.
Fourth down, 5.
Seven nothing Mount San Jacinto on top of Antelope Valley, courtesy of Talik Brown from Friedland. Kick is away, some contact made. No blood, no foul. Fair catch called for around the 22-yard line. That's where the Eagles will take over. Eagles and the Marauders here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. SCFA American Championship Bowl brought to you by the Hemet Sportsman's Club. And the Hemet Sportsman's Club, proud sponsor of today's game. Club was established in 2011 to help support local youth sports in the San Jacinto Valley. We certainly thank their efforts here, allowing us to bring you coverage from Mount San Jacinto. You have a YouTube app? You have a phone? You have an Apple TV? You can watch this on the big screen. Tackle for a loss on that play made. Looked that time by Kanan Jordan. Jordan with the tackle for loss, set up second and 12. This game also being brought to you by the Kiwanis Club. The Hemet Valley Kiwanis Club is one of our proud sponsors here today. The club active throughout the valley with numerous charitable projects, both financially and through service. Second and 12 for the Eagles. And this is Coleman, who came off after the first play of the game, and he's a tough load to bring down. Flag on the play. And a stout tackle made by Raymond Womack. Well, they're trying to knock the ball out there. Almost looked like someone was taking a shot at Coleman, but nothing doing there. Certainly both teams understand the strategy behind the play. But I mean, if you do look at it again here, as we get word on the penalty. That's a nice open field tackle made by Deshaun Sanders. Trying to get that ball out and stand up. Coleman, half the distance to the goal on the penalty. Hold. So that's going to set up second and Banning. Got a long way to go here for Mount San Jacinto. Coleman rolling to his right, coming back left. Receiver falls down. Another flag on the field. I wonder if this is going to be an illegal formation. And obviously this is a strategy in the game where Coach Jaleka he's very familiar with the screen game that's very effective and has been very effective throughout the season for Mount San Jacinto. And they were ready for it that time, regardless of whether or not the receiver caught the ball. Incompletion will set up third down. Penalty declined. And it's Coleman in the shotgun, rolling to his right. Coming back this side, and that pass nearly intercepted. And that was Sanders again. That's one heck of a play made here by Deshaun Sanders. And Sanders reading it perfectly, nearly had one or tipped one in that could have been 6 going the other way. And instead, it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes a punting unit for the Eagles. It's booted away. This could potentially be returnable. Instead, Reese Robinson elects to let it take an Eagle bounce inside the 40-yard line, and the Marauders will take over at their own 38.
Nathan Ortiz, first down for Marauders at their own 38-yard line.
Today's broadcast also being brought to you by Hunter Dodge of the West and Fonder Solari, proud sponsors of Antelope Valley College athletics. Caden Hinton in the shotgun has a pass complete to the far side. Robinson. And Robinson near first down yardage. He has 11. They're going to give him forward progress to midfield, and it will be a first down. Flag comes in at the end of the play, and I wonder what this is about. Definitely happened after the play in terms of the timing. So we can go back and diagnose exactly what happened here. I wonder if a player came in late. I think they're going to get a Marauder player coming in late to the pile trying to push it forward.
Dead ball foul.
Man.
Personal foul against the Marauders.
It's going to back them up 15. No. Marauders not doing themselves any favors. So after the play had happened, so dead ball foul, it will be first down. And it will be a first and 10 from the 35 as they gave Robinson midfield after the completion. They put a man in motion. This is Hill. Hill on a jet sweep has it for 8 yards. 2nd and 2 coming up.
Capola with the stop on Carlos Hill. Ball is now at the 43. 8-yard gain.
Play action pass is complete. Is that Jones? No, Robinson for another first down. So back-to-back first downs for Reese Robinson on this drive.
It is to the 46-yard line. First down, Marauders.
Get over to the other side. I need you on the other end zone. So hurry up, you can go over there now.
Hinton in the shotgun, trips to the right. Handoff inside. That's a solid run, still going. That is a violent run.
Jackson Marshall.
And Jackson Marshall, the 6-foot freshman from Dallas, Texas.
Hit made by Desmond Young. Come on, Young.
So kind of like over on like the 20.
He'll take it up for 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Just on the other side of the ref.
Well, it's placed at the 47-yard line. Second down, 3.
This is a part of the field where you maybe take a shot. Trips to the right again. Hinton going to tuck and run. He's going to pick up a first down. Get the hard way. So Hinton, after a violent collision.
44, first down.
Sets up 1st and 10. In Eagle territory, Hill again waiting patiently, finds a hole and bursts through. Ball on the deck. But they're going to say the runner was down. And we'll have a pretty good look of it here on the replay. Jet sweep action again. It's Le'Veon Bell-esque. See Hill burst through the hole. I wonder if he was down or was he on top of a player? No, he's not down there. He's not down. And the ball came right to a Marauder, and it's a lucky play for Mount San Jacinto because that would have been 6 easily. The ball squirts loose, but they elect to rule that Hill was on the deck. And we'll have a timeout on the field. Full timeout taken. And is that the end of the first quarter? And indeed, that is the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Eagles on top of the Marauders. You are watching the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Second down and 2, start of the second quarter. The Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl. Handoff inside. No, Hinton's going to keep it himself and going to take a big hit at the end of the run. He'll have another first down. Well, first it was Reese Robinson, back-to-back first downs, and now it's Caden Hinton with back-to-back first downs for the Marauders, and they continue to move the football on this drive. Down 7-0. Hinton taking his time. Plenty of time on the play clock, 20. Bankhead. The lone back, 2 receivers up top, 2 at the bottom. Robinson in the slot. Hinton with some time, and he is going to be pressured, nearly sacked. Pass broken up beautifully. Looked like that was Hunter Rapola.
Second down.
And Rapola gets there in a hurry. See him shoot through and beat his assignment. But the pass incomplete, set up 2nd and 10 for the Marauders. We're going to have a timeout called by AVC. Some miscommunication here. And Coach Jaleka not on the same page.
Following them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also stay current by visiting our website at msjcathletics.com.
Both teams pretty evenly matched there outside of the 7 points in that first quarter. Total net yards for Mount San Jacinto, 90 yards. AVC was 77. No turnovers for either team. Did have the fumble that was called down. On replay, surely showed that it was definitely a fumble. Have an opportunity here to get to our sponsors. And we'll do just that. Hunter Dodge, a proud sponsor of Antelope Valley College Athletics, along with Fonder Solari, BHE Renewables, and AES. Hinton in trouble, able to get the ball away, intended target Jones, and a hold on the play. As a flag comes in late, it's a battle of number threes as Devon Jones, but is he working against Brown? Well, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I wonder if I can get a number there. No, that's Damon Young on the assignment.
Pass interference against Mount San
No,
Jacinto.
they call pass interference on Mount San Jacinto with the ball in the air. They say they impeded Jones from getting back to the football to possibly make the reception. Hinton was in all kinds of trouble. He's going to set up 1st and 10. 1st and 10 inside the 25-yard line. Called it a long 24. Bankhead churns forward for 1. Fell down a couple times already. We've seen both teams problems with their footing. More so AVC, obviously home field advantage to Mount San Jacinto. This is the final game that will be played in Colquot Stadium here on the campus of Mount San Jacinto College as they move into their new facility next year. Handoff inside, Bankhead again churns forward, this time for about 5, maybe 6.
Nathan Ortiz with the stop. 3rd down.
Hinton in the shotgun, 2 to his left. Looks his left, has Robinson nearly picked off. It is picked off. Rapola inside the end zone. Rapola with a sack earlier, or not, a near sack. A QB pressure earlier in the drive. Rapola off of a couple of deflections. Mount San Jacinto denies the Marauders from getting on the scoreboard here. Still pitching a shutout, 7-0. And here comes Friedland, and Friedland with his hookup to Talik Brown, the only points on the board here thus far in this one. Friedland sends a man in motion, inside handoff. Not much doing there.
Sherrod White with the ball.
Mount San Jacinto, tri-champions of the American Mountain Division. 8-1 overall, top seed in the American Conference. Antelope Valley, 5-0 in the American Pacific. And the 2 seed coming here today. The other American Bowl game this evening will be Pasadena traveling to Santa Ana. And Pasadena, one heck of a season under first-year coach Robert Tucker. Friedland over the middle, has a man had a couple of open receivers, but Friedland was on the move.
Chambers, the intended receiver.
We'll go back and see it here.
Yeah.
Friedland in trouble. Looked like that might have been a stunt. And he certainly had an open receiver. He had Tachis. Taylor Tachis, who had a dropped sure touchdown earlier in the ball game. Friedland back to pass with some time. Nothing in the routes, and a big collision.
First down, Eagles.
It's a first down. Friedland with his feet, and we'll see a big collision between two defenders for Antelope Valley. Our view obscured there, and it looked like Brandon Goodman Jr. had collided with Augustin Lorfils Jr. Lorfils still out there. He's okay, as is Goodman. Goodman and Jalen Harvey have been absolute menaces on that defensive line this season for the Marauders. Friedland back to pass, has a man. Tachis over his shoulder, overthrown. And Dedrick Moore was beat on the play.
Taylor Tosh, the intended receiver. Second down, 10.
Tachis had some speed there, and man, if they can get him dialed in, that's gonna be something they'll have to adjust to in terms of the speed. Picks him up and puts him down pretty good. An incredible day for football here, playoff football in the American Division. It's the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl. Pass complete near side. That was Sherrod White, running back, on the screen game. He's going to be near first down yardage, but not quite. He needs the 36. He has the 34. So 3rd and 2. It's a 3rd and short situation.
Gain of 8. Third down, 2.
Friedland keeps it himself, and he's going to have a first down. Sliding down for the first. He's up to the 40-yard line. Move the chains. Eagles.
First down at the 40-yard line.
Just a nice read there by Friedland. Taking what the defense gives him. Little misdirection initially. Fake toss. Take it up the gut. Only need a couple. Pick up the first. 10:30 remaining in this second quarter. Friedland again in the shotgun. Eyeing Tachis. And that was not Tachis. That was pass complete to Chambers. Chambers brought down by Augustin Lorfils Jr. Well, in the conversation earlier this week with Coach Jaleka, you know, the bye week, essentially what turned out to be a bye for AVC, allowed them to really get healthy. Sometimes, you know, when you're clicking on all cylinders, you know, Antelope Valley had not lost a game since dropping their early season contest versus Mount San Jacinto. Friedland back to pass, has all kinds of time, looking for Chambers. Chambers, that's incomplete, overthrown again. Friedland has a gun, man.
That's incomplete. Third down.
It's going to sit up third and long. It looked shortly like Freeland was going to come off. Instead, he's just coming to the sideline to set up the play and figure out what the call is going to be. Clock stop with 9:27 remaining. Big third down here. See if the defense can get off the field for the Marauders. Harvey on the edge. Quick out pass is complete. They needed midfield. I think they're going to give it to him. And it's going to be a first down, Mount San Jacinto.
Rashad Sheldon. Stop made by Sanders. Ball's now at the
That's a terrific route
Marauder 49-yard line. First down, Eagles.
by Rashid Shelton. And Shelton picks up the first, moves chains into Marauder territory just past midfield. Friedland in the gun. Hands off inside.
Gerard White.
And it's White on the carry. We'll take it forward for 4. Bring up 2nd and 6.
4-yard gain. Second down, 6.
Special thanks to everyone involved in bringing this broadcast to you. The athletic administration here at Mount San Jacinto College, also at Antelope Valley, president of the SCFA, and dean of athletics and kinesiology at AVC, Tom Gang. Shout out to him, friend of the program, obviously, here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, and our new friends here at Mount San Jacinto as White takes it forward for first down. Another for the Eagles as they continue to hammer the football. And the athletic administration here at Mount San Jacinto, led by Patrick Springer, also the head men's basketball coach. Eagles continuing to move the football. Friedland with all kinds of time. Looks like there might be a flag on the play. This could be going the other way. We have a flag, a late flag. And let's see if we can see what happened here. Are these going to be offsetting? I thought I saw a flag come in on the far side of the field. Nothing doing there.
Pass interference against the Marauders.
That's an easy call. And that's Womack in coverage. Can't really understand what Womack is complaining about on the call. Clearly handful of jersey inside the shoulder pad, trying to plead his case, but it's 1st and 10 inside the 25-yard line. The Eagles at the 24 of the Marauders. Split back set. Friedland hands off. White still going near the pylon, in for the touchdown. And Sherrod White in for 6, 24 yards out. What a run there by White. We'll get to see it one more time here. White takes first contact and keeps going. Extra point is up and good. 14-0, the Eagles holding serve here. The final game to be played at Colquhoun Stadium. We're back in a moment here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It's the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl. 14-0. Sherrod White, 24 yards out. Robinson will take the kickoff, has a gap, shoots it up to the 30-yard line, still on his feet, finally brought down by the Eagles. Damani Williams getting up slow for the Marauders on special teams. Let's see if AVC make an adjustment, finally get on the scoreboard. We'll have Emery Floyd in at QB. Handoff over the right side. Really nothing doing there as Bankhead is taken down in a heap. He might have lost yardage on that play. Yep, indeed. Loss of 1. 6:41 remaining.
Loss of a yard.
2nd and 11. Emery Floyd, native of Tampa, Florida, Wharton High School, 6'3" freshman. They're excited about his ability on the football field. Bankhead, no, it's Floyd. Floyd up the gut. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, pick up a couple. Going to set up 3rd and 8 now for AVC. They need the 40. Currently at the 32.
3rd down 8.
Floyd looking for a free 5. He had initiated a hard count. And Floyd down the shotgun under duress, takes his shot, and intended for Hill on the far side. It's a gutty play there by Floyd, taking the shot at the end of the ball, at the end of the throw rather. Going to bring up 4th down after the incompletion. Mount San Jacinto clicking on all cylinders here, offensively, now defensively. Quick 3 and out. Certainly not what the doctor ordered. The defense, they have to get back out on the field after a short stint of offense for the Marauders. Going to take a friendly Marauder bounce inside the 15-yard line, down to the 10, the 9, the 8, still in bounds, down at the 20, at the 17, excuse me.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Eagles will have it 1st and 10.
Trips to the right. This is not Friedland, it's Coleman, and Coleman hands off inside. The running game has been stellar so far. And in fact, you know, the passing game has been pretty good outside of a couple of overthrows. You know, the receivers are getting separation. They are getting behind the defense. And obviously something to talk about at halftime for Coach Perry Jalukka.
3-yard game, 2nd down.
Under 5 to go here in the 2nd quarter in the 1st half. There we see Coleman in the shotgun. He'll take it. It's a pitch inside, and this could be a big play. Chunk play for the Eagles up the gut.
With the stop, Kajon Sanders.
Sanders on the play. That's a beautiful play design.
44-yard line.
And they really bait the Marauders inside. It's a disguised screen in actuality with that shovel pass. You let the rush get there, and It's like a pump fake basketball. Get him up top, you go underneath. And that's a big play out to the 44-yard line. Side handoff. Not much doing there, and it's a matter of response. And how are the Marauders going to get back into this one, trailing 14-0 in hostile territory? Second and long after no gain. Pass complete on the far side. This could be another first down and another big play for the Eagles. It's Turleek Brown.
Turleek Brown run out of bounds by Raymond Womack
Womack runs him out of bounds,
at the Marauder.
but not before another chunk play for the Eagles. Now driving deep in Marauder territory. Inside the 35, at the 33.
23 yards on the play.
23-yard gain on the play for the Eagles as they continue to move up and down the field. Under 3 to go. Handoff inside. Well, the plan was to hit him in the mouth. Coach Casey Mazzota, mission accomplished thus far, as they are wearing down the defensive line up front for the Marauders, which has been so key this season for AVC.
Second down, 5.
The Eagles looking to soar into the end zone for another one. Jet sweep motion, inside handoff. A little bit better that time as Jalen McGee takes it forward for a modest game and set up third and short, third and 3, maybe a long 3, short 4. Looks like they need the 23-yard line. Currently at the 26. Split backs again. Coleman going to take it up the gut. Very elusive, very tough to bring down. He's a special player. Those are direct quotes from Coach Perry Jaleka in our conversation earlier in the week. Coleman's going to move the chains. He's very complimentary of both quarterbacks. But Robert Coleman really stood out earlier this season in their matchup. Just such a tough assignment to bring down. Coleman, you see at that time, keeping the drive line, moving the chains up to the 20-yard line. And the Eagles again in the red zone of the Marauders. Can the Marauders make a play? A couple opportunities early. Coleman, more split back formation, keeps it again, this time not getting anything, going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's Gannon Guinness.
Timeout, Eagles.
36 seconds remaining. It's the Eagles looking to add some points on the board at the end of the first half. The time winding down. Today's broadcast brought to you proudly by Hemet Sportsman's Club, established in 2011. The Hemet Valley Kiwanis Club. By Hunter Dodge of the West, the Lancaster Auto Mall. Proud sponsors of AVC Football and Athletics. Fonder Solari, another sponsor of Antelope Valley College, along with BHE Renewables, a Berkshire Hathaway energy business, and AES. 36 seconds remaining, 2nd and 10 at the 20. Eagles trying to come up with something nasty here at the end of the first quarter. Coleman has a man wide open, and it's Talik Brown again, and he has been trouble.
By Talik Brown. Timeout, Eagles.
Eagles have to take another timeout. Brown coming open in the flat, and Brown just fell down. I mean, that could have been easily another touchdown. I mean, at least inside the 10. Does not pick up the first. They have him down at the 15-yard line. Make it the 14. 3rd and 4. 24 seconds to go when we come back from the timeout. And today's game brought to you by the Hemet Sportsman's Club established in 2011 to help support local youth sports in the San Jacinto Valley. Done a terrific job here in the final game, Carl Quant Stadium. As we mentioned earlier, moving into their new facility in 2022. They will have all the trimmings, a new video board. I've seen a couple of the renderings, and they look terrific. And this offense looking pretty terrific for the Eagles. Coleman back to pass. Flag on the play, and, well, it's intercepted by Womack, but he's out of bounds. We have a hold going to go against the Eagles. Probably the worst case scenario there, because now you're going to back it up to the 30. Do you take yourself out, or excuse me, the 25? Do you take yourself out of field goal range with that penalty? We play 3rd down. Make it the 24. So field goal from here going to be about a 41-yarder, 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And are they going to bring in? No. Couple of changes at receiver. Coleman has a play at the ready. Can you make it 4th and manageable for your kicker is the question. 3rd and 14 after the hold. Coleman back to pass. Looking for 6 under duress. Pass is incomplete. Now that's an incredible play made by Keontae Figures.
Brings up 4th down.
See Figures in coverage here on this replay.
Nick Sevilla. Out of the hole.
Figures. That's a big time play. And that's going to make it a 42-yard attempt coming up for Nick Sevilla. Timeout called by Antelope Valley to try to ice the kicker. We'll take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment. SoCal College Sports. So Sevilla from 42 yards out. And Coach Jaleka going to take another timeout.
Timeout. Marauders.
16 seconds remaining. Burn them all. So Sibylla, maybe the third time's the charm here. No timeouts remaining for the Marauders. Sibylla, kick is up. Kick is no good, wide left.
Score remains. Eagles 14.
So the Marauders, after a pretty impressive drive there, put together at the end of the first half by Mount San Jacinto, able to turn the Eagles away with no points. And you go back to the play made by Keontae Figures that denied the completion to Chad Ortega. Turnover on downs. You have to suspect only 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. This is going to be a kneel down, and we'll go in at the half. Mount San Jacinto College up 14-0. It's the Hemet Sportsman Club American Championship Bowl in the SCFA on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Halftime here from Mount San Jacinto. Halftime here from Mount San Jacinto College, up 14-0 over Antelope Valley. It's the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. One of 4 games here today. We'll have 3 football matchups. We have the American Championship Bowl. Then we also have the SCFA playoffs, one going on right now. College of the Canyons up 10-0 over, or excuse me, College of the Canyons down 10-0 to Golden West, hosting after an undefeated regular season in the SCFA. And tonight it'll be Riverside traveling to Ventura College, top seed in the South, looking to hold serve at home up the coast. Set and ready to go here in the third quarter. SoCalCollegeSports.com's continuing coverage of SCFA football. It's the Hemet Sportsman Club American Championship Bowl. Mount San Jacinto on top of Antelope Valley as Carlos Hill takes the opening kickoff of the second half, and he's not going anywhere. Taken down after terrific coverage of special teams by the Eagles. And who will get the nod here at the start of the third quarter? Looks like they're back to Caden Hinton. Emery Floyd had come on to see if he could provide a spark, unable to do so. So Hinton gets the start early third quarter, opening drive of the second half for the Marauders.
You can zoom in a little more.
And here we go. Bankhead up the middle, and he is met with emphasis by Kelvin Davis. Davis, a 5'11 freshman linebacker from San Jacinto, California, local product. Lays the boom on that one after a 6-yard gain from Bankhead. Split backs, shotgun formation. Hinton takes a snap, hands off inside. This will be a first down. That's a good sign offensively out of the gate here in the second half for the Marauders. Couple of runs. AVC is going to move chains. And again, everybody, we apologize for some technical difficulties earlier. Had some internet issues here at the field. Going to get that all sorted out, but looks like we have. And hitting quick hitch to the far side. Jones, not much doing there.
Carlos Hill on the reception.
I want to get Jones involved. Obviously, the big play man this season for the Marauders. Hill leading the team in receptions on the year.
Second down, 10.
Inside handoff, and this one not going anywhere. First man there looked like Hunter Rapola, and Rapola in that first half with the interception.
No gain on the play.
See if we can go back to the interception after this third down. 3rd and 10 now. Hinton, after a couple runs, resulting in a first down for the Marauders. Now 3rd and long for AVC. Hinton has his play. 6 on the play clock. Trips to the right. Marauders. Hinton. Back to pass. Has a man open. It's Jones off of his hands. Jones wanted a flag. Said he was interfered with before he got to the ball, but unfortunately unable to do much there. It's like Patrick Springer up to the booth. Athletic director here at Mount San Jacinto.
Dorian Cook. Come on with your defenders.
So pass incomplete. And the punt is away for AVC. Some daylight here on the near side, forced out of bounds.
With the return.
This is Enders.
Out of it, 42-yard line. Down Eagles.
Stand by as we await Patrick Springer to join us here on the broadcast. Coach Springer, how you doing?
Great. How are you guys?
Pretty good so far. Some internet issues early on, but we weathered the storm, and now we're set and ready to go. And well, the Eagles looking pretty good.
Yeah, as long as everybody understands the Eagles are ahead 14-0, it's all good.
We are joined by athletic director here at Mount San Jacinto College, Patrick Springer. Coach, really appreciate you coming on and talking all things Mount San Jacinto and some exciting times here at Mount San Jacinto College. We talked about the new stadium earlier in the broadcast, opening up in Menifee 2022, and that's where the Eagles, the Soaring Eagles, will fly high next season.
We're looking forward to that, but first, before we get into that, can I mention, you said good things happening. Our women's volleyball team won conference and had an undefeated season. Then with the football team winning conference and playing for the American Championship, it's been a very fruitful fall for us. So coming back after COVID, that's excellent on our coaches and our students' part.
You know, just got to keep grinding.
That's what they say.
Now, Coach, you coach men's basketball?
I do.
Yeah, and you know, we met a few years ago, and I dropped the ball. I think this is at L.A. Harbor, and you were asking for a copy of the game, and we had an issue with our computer then. Well,
I've coached a few of them, so it's okay. I'll forgive you. I'm glad you guys are here. This is a nice production for both the young men at Antelope Valley and at Mount San Jacinto. They'll be able to watch this for years to come.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys having us on, and obviously our sponsor, Hemet Sportsman Club, here in the Jacinto Valley and the Kiwanis Club, and it's a collaborative effort. You know, Hunter Dodge of the West, Fonder Solari, AES, and Berkshire Hathaway. Renewable, BHE Renewables, all coming together and putting this show on and allowing us to provide you coverage of these young student athletes who have worked so hard, like you said, grinding through COVID and representing the American division here in the American Championship Bowl.
They deserve it. You know, both these teams have had a lot of tradition. We played Antelope Valley for a lot of years, and a lot of respect for their program, Newton Gillette, and then now with Tom Gang and their administration. So, the Eagles are playing well here today. Our special teams have stepped up pretty well today.
Yeah, we're going to have a pretty good shot of that on the replay here. And we see that here. Just the coverage was terrific to open the second half. And watch this, Robinson, nothing he can do on that one. As the coverage terrific, and maybe should have elected to catch it fair. Instead, it's 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Marauders, looking to get something going offensively. They have been shut out here. 11:36 remaining in the third quarter. A couple of touchdowns in that first half for the Eagles. Hidden, quick hitch on the far side. This is Hill on the reception. Chunk play, he has some daylight. One man to beat. Hill, pass midfield to the 40, 30-yard line, tries to cut it inside, and he's down inside the 30-yard line. They'll give him the 28. And it's a massive chunk play and a boost to the arm of the offense for the Marauders.
That's the first time the Eagles have blinked today. They've been pretty good defensively up until – I didn't see the halftime numbers. I don't know how many total yards Antelope Valley had, but it didn't seem like very many.
Yeah, they were under 100 for sure in the passing game. I think that play alone exceeded their yardage total of the first half.
Now, is this their third quarterback, or is this the quarterback that started?
This is the quarterback that started. We did have Floyd come out in spot duty. Emery Floyd was out there for a couple of series, gave Hinton a blow, and now Hinton has come back and, seemed to have settled down the offense. Modest gain on first down, set up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, the Eagles are playing without Moody out there. He hurt his ankle, and that makes the defensive backfield a little light here. So, passing situation.
Hitch. Jones one-on-one, and Jones a couple of times the ball, a couple catchable balls, particularly on this drive, and he's the big play man for the Marauders this season.
Thing is, you don't want if he catches one, they might come in bunches. You don't want him to get started.
Because it's like in basketball, you see one go in, now here come the floodgates.
Exactly. They must have seen that a little bit today in Ann Arbor.
Coach, we have a quadruple header here on SoCal College Sports today. I don't even know what's going on in the world.
I do, because I'm an Iowa Hawkeye fan, so paying close attention. Gang tackling by the Eagles there.
Yeah, that's a massive swarm of Eagles. No chance for Jackson Marshall. The loss on the play set up 4th down. And, this is a spot of the field where you maybe think about going for it. If you turn it over on downs, not that big of a deal, but at the same time, if you pick it up, now you're playing with house money.
In the kicking game in community college football seems to be lacking. I've noticed that over the years. Not too many people have very good kickers.
It's a mixed bag for sure. Sometimes, you have a couple of players that can kick it from 50-plus, sometimes 40-plus, but for the most part, you're exactly right. Kicking game, never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, they're up against a change here. 4th and 7 or 8?
Indeed. Hinton, a hitch, rolling to his right.
With
some daylight. And pass complete on the far side. Looked like this was complete. And was that Reese Robinson?
What a catch. He got his feet down, tightrope that on the sideline.
Yeah, we'll have a pretty good look of it here on the replay. And he tips to, you see the tiptoe of the sideline there, and that's a terrific job on the far side. Are they going to, they can't review it, obviously. We can review it all we want, but they're having a conversation on that far side, and I wonder if we can maybe go back and see it here. On our main camera shot, you know what the conversation is? I think they're trying to talk about whether or not Hinton was past the line of scrimmage. He was not. So his feet, they're right at the boundary here, Coach. You see it here on the replay.
Very close.
And the conversation is over. Let's see what the ruling's going to be here.
David Bautista, I believe.
Pass is incomplete. And it's a turnover on downs. That's a huge call in favor of the Eagles, and they will take over up 14-0. And we have a penalty flag thrown on the play, and I have to imagine maybe some colorful words out there for the White Hat.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike. It's nice being up here and being at a community college game because that didn't take 5 minutes to get a replay. The Iowa game yesterday with Nebraska, the last 2 minutes took about 45 minutes because of replay.
Yeah, replay, sometimes it's good, sometimes it can be really, really rough. Sometimes it's over-implemented.
You'd like to get it right, but at this level, unfortunately, we don't have the resources to do that. It's kind of neat that you guys can do it up here, though.
Well, hey, so maybe times are changing. Something to come here. In 2022, I know they got the big board. We're at Saddleback. We're at AVC. Both colleges employ that video board. We play all the replays up there of all the plays. The entire game is up on that video board, and, man, really adds to the atmosphere and everybody looking at the replays after a big play. It's beautiful.
We're going to have the ability to do that. Whether we'll have the manpower is a different issue. We hope to get our digital media department involved at the new stadium, and like you said, that's exciting. We've seen that thing from our bond measure back in 2017. It's kind of finally coming to fruition, and I've spent a lot of time on this project, and it looks like it will open up, and we'll be playing there next fall, barring any shortages on anything.
Well, Coach, it's one of our specialties, and, make sure you have my card by the end of the day.
We'll definitely, probably that first game we'll have to entertain that.
And they're having a conversation on the far side here, and Coach DeLecco wants an explanation in terms of what was said.
He doesn't look happy. Now he's got it. Now
he's going to get a flag. And he's hot. And I can notice there's a shade of red to the face of Coach DeLecco. He's not happy, and I don't think it's too much sun out there. He's hot.
It's one side is booing and one side is happy. It's a great crowd today we got on both sides. Antelope Valley traveled well. Just
a great fan base, really, for both schools. We've had an opportunity this season to cover all the home games at Antelope Valley and their facility. And, well, our first time here, and we hope it's not the last, certainly here, Coach. And, hey, maybe we come back maybe for a couple basketball games.
That'd be great. Hopefully we play long enough. One of the things that I'm sure you've talked about is how picturesque is this setting here with the San Jacinto
backdrop. Yeah. We've had an opportunity to cover Ventura College throughout the years, and that's a great backdrop. You have the ocean in the background. Hey, look, I went to UC Riverside. This is shades of the valley here, and man, it's like you said, a terrific backdrop. This is a community under a ton of development, really opening things up here. And after maybe 4 or 5 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties going to go against the Marauders, the Eagles are going to have it inside the 45-yard line in AVC territory.
What a turn of events. It went from first down to first and 10 for the Eagles on
on their own 20.
Yeah.
This is 30 yards, 30, 40 yards worth of penalties. If for the Eagles, you'll take it. And if you're the defense of the Marauders, you have to respond.
You say thanks, Coach, right?
Get over to the right end zone now, since they're going that way.
You guys got a tough angle here with this tent. I don't know if you can see I can't see the end zone.
Well, it does help having the extra cameras, that's for sure. And this is a defense playing with the chip on their shoulder. You see a lot of energy there at the end of that play by the Marauders. And the energy's so good, they actually incur a hold. I think they're going to decline this penalty after a loss on the play, or they're going to back them up. I think you take the loss of yardage on the play and you make it 2nd down and 12. Could make it 1st and 20, but this is an Eagle squad that has shown the ability to move the football. Let's see what the call's going to be. We know it's a hold. Will they take the 10 yards? Coach DeLecco will elect to do so, get some of that yardage back after the penalties, and that'll back it up in the Eagle territory at the 48.
Yeah, the Marauder defense looks like they're on edge. They're ready to make a stand here.
This is a defense been very opportunistic throughout the year, and this defensive front, which has been a little quiet here today. They've certainly had their moments, but looking for that one key play. You get a quarterback pressure. Obviously, it's tough to bring down a player like Robert Coleman, who has it right now in the shotgun. And you see they are flying to the football. Womack in coverage makes the play. Incomplete, 2nd and 20 coming up for the Eagles.
I didn't see the stats, but it was a steady dose of Sherrod White in the first half. How many yards did he have in the first half?
White in that first half, Chris Mozga was able to send those numbers over.
He's great, isn't he?
He's great. Women's basketball coach had a chance to work with him a couple years ago. Mount San Jacinto won it all out but Ventura. We had coverage of that for you. And, he's been a pleasure to work with throughout the process of getting this squared away, making sure our sponsors are recognized. Hemet Sportsman Club, Kiwanis Club here in the Hemet Valley.
We've actually got the Sportsman's Club on the chain gang today.
Is that right?
Yeah, they've done it all year.
Coleman under duress. He's going to go down.
Coleman, thrown for a loss.
And this is a different Marauder ball club rallying behind the unsportsmanlike penalties.
Without question. I mean, basketball, they say coaches get technicals to fire their team up.
Yeah.
Whatever happened.
You know what? I think that's exactly what Coach Perry did.
Perry got his group fired up.
That's a fact.
25.
So they responded. Maybe that's what it took to get the defense to take a stand.
What was it? Michael Jordan just, I think one of the sayings when you were playing him, hey, don't look him in the eye.
Yeah, don't look him in the eye.
Well, somebody looked the Marauder defensive unit in the eye at the beginning of this drive, and they are responding in a big way. 3rd and a mile for the Eagles. They need the Marauder 32-yard line for first. Coleman down the field. This is essentially going to act as a punt. It's intercepted by Deshaun Sanders, and Sanders going to have some room for a return here past the 40-yard line to the 45 near midfield. And some pushing and shoving, no extracurriculars. It's a good job here. And
there's some excitement on that Marauder sideline.
There really is, and I wonder if right out of the gate you take a shot here towards the end zone. You certainly have the big playmaking ability. You see the return here by Sanders past midfield, and you see the pushing and shoving, and the Eagle sideline quieted just a bit here.
I like your call. I think they might take a shot deep here.
Trips to the right for the Marauders. Bankhead. And it's a quick hitch. No. Hinton. Flag on the field. Is probably coming back in the area of a hole.
California Community College Athletic Association foreign policy is in effect for this entire day.
1st and 10.
And courteous to each other.
On the beginning of that play at the 46-yard line, backing up 10 to the 36. So 1st and 20. A calamity of flags here in this third quarter. 7:48 to go. And still right now, the Eagles up 14-0, but the Marauders hanging around here.
Well, as a basketball coach that's had a contentious relationship with 3 officials, seeing 7 of them out there sure looks intimidating.
Showing blitz are the Eagles. Inside handoff. Bankhead eludes a tackler initially, able to turn it upfield for a gain of a couple. To the 39-yard line.
So this field here is new. This was part of our bond issue. I used to call it a cornfield out here. We had gopher holes, and we spent 4 years ago some money on this field to put in the field turf.
And here comes the Eagle crowd ratcheting up the energy. You may see our camera jitter on the feed. It's the Hemet Sportsman Club American Championship Bowl here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Zapata, Patrick Springer with you. Reese Robinson over the top. He wants a flag, not going to get it. That's pretty good coverage there by Chad Ortega, freshman defensive back from Marietta.
3rd down.
And that's going to set up 3rd and long for the Marauders. And I wonder at midfield, if you make it 4th and manageable with the way the defense played on that last drive, do you maybe think about going for it if you can get past midfield on this play?
We had a quick first half. The second half is moving rather slowly, but the first half just flew by.
Taking a little time, yeah. I think an hour and 3 minutes for that first half, and I'm keeping my eye on the watch. I'm heading down to Saddleback after this one, 7 p.m. women's soccer matchup regional final.
Oh, wow.
Cypress and Saddleback duking it out. It's a busy day here, Coach.
There you go.
Hinton rolling to his right. All kinds of time, has a lot of green in front of him. He's going to pick up the first down. Past midfield, past the 45, inside the 44. to the 43, and the Marauders are going to move the chains on 3rd and a mile.
Well, that little hesitation by Caden Hinton got him open. The linebacker had a line on him, and he gave him a little hezzy, as they call it in basketball.
Yeah, I like the hezzy move. You see this here on the replay. Hinton just turns the jets on, goes forward, picks up the first. Inside handoff, this is going to go to Bankhead, and Bankhead will pick up 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Marauders.
Davis.
I'm getting a kick out of this angle up here because I see all my buddies on the chain gang from the Hemet Sportsman's Club down there sweating to get the chains moved.
2nd
2nd
and 4.
and 4, Hinton, quick hitch, Devon Jones with some blocking in front of him. Jones has first down. He's inside the 33, and the Marauders move the chains again.
With the stop.
The script starting to change here
First down at
at
the
Mount San Jacinto College. The American Championship Bowl sponsored by the Hemet Sportsman Club. Hinton, quick hitch again. This one to Hill, incomplete, pass is low. That's terrific pressure put on by the defensive unit up front.
That was going to be a big gain if he completed that pass. They had the blocking
we
set
saw
up.
that earlier here, Coach. It's exactly right. Hill had a lane before, had a lane that time, but the pass incomplete. And credit to Josh Hilton, defensive lineman, a 270 freshman. Well, hey, 6'5", 270. He's not playing basketball this year?
It sounds like he'd be a heck of a player out there.
That's 15
Especially-
rebounds a game, Coach.
Oh, we could use him Thursday. We play the #1 ranked team in the state, Fullerton Hornets, here at 5 o'clock. So
Shout out to Perry Webster. Always does a fantastic job with that program.
great coach.
From the Andy Ground School, Hinton to his right. Pass incomplete.
They're actually playing today at 3 o'clock at San Diego City.
Oh, is that right? Another
Fullerton
nice
and
program.
San Diego City. Well, Andy's the head coach at San Diego City now.
Yeah. Took over from Mitch Charlins. Charlins from the Bill Brummel.
Yeah.
The Bill Brummel School at Saddleback. And we have an injured player down for Mount San Jacinto. And we'll take a break here to recognize our sponsors, Hemet Sportsman's Club. Established in 2011. And the Kiwanis Hemet Valley chapter. Injured player Kelvin Davis. Making a couple plays earlier in this ballgame.
I'm a member of both those groups, and I've served on the board of both of them. They're both excellent organizations. They've really helped this community. As a smaller community, they help in and step in and help out with a lot of people individually and groups that need economic assistance.
Yeah, when you have communities that are growing like that, you need that support. You need that foundation. Sometimes communities can go awry. It's good to see that community support from both of those programs. And, Coach, we appreciate you being a part of those programs. Hill with the touchdown! 32 yards out. Carlos Hill. Chalk up 6.
Carlos Hill.
He just comes wide open. We'll see here on replay, Hill. And that was maybe a ball that was underthrown intentionally, and Hill comes away with it underneath the defensive back, in for 6. So 14-6, pending an extra point. Kick is up and off of the side of the upright.
Wow.
So it will remain an 8-point advantage for the Eagles, 14-6. But it's Carlos Hill from 31 yards out. Finally gets AVC on the board here in the American Championship Bowl. We got a good one here from Mount San Jacinto.
I'd like to, do you know Brian Silver? He's the sports information director at College of the Desert. He's on our board. He's right down there talking. I'd like to get him on if we could, because our president's out on vacation, so he could talk a little bit more about the bond and things like that. But I'll stay on one more segment. Yeah, if it helps. I know it's hard to do by yourself.
Hey, you know what? I mean, do the best I can.
Yeah, I know it's hard to do by yourself. Uh-oh, a little trickery here. That looked like the Keystone Cops. They came together in a circle, and you didn't know who had the ball.
Eagles ball.
If I'm Perry, I'll just go get a 15-yard penalty and get them fired up again. I mean, I'm about results. That's what. I don't know how that works in football, though. If he gets another one, is he ejected?
Yeah, you only get 2 in basketball.
Only get 2. I've tested that theory a couple times.
Can you get one from the locker room?
I asked the referee once if I could get one for what I was thinking, and he said no, so I proceeded to curse him out.
I'm a big fan of the Jim Valvano story. Jeff Stoynoff, other announcer, lead announcer here at SoCal College Sports, always tells it during basketball, March Madness time. He always talks about Valvano. One year, goes up to the referee and he goes, "Can you
Bob,
see
you
a
back on the
technical
flag?
for something that I'm thinking?"
That's where I got it.
He goes, "No." And he goes, "Good, because I think you suck."
Yeah, I was trying to be. I didn't want to say what I said because of Valvano, one of their true characters. Guys like that aren't around anymore because everybody's millionaires now, so they can't be quite as colorful. They want to keep their paychecks.
I can certainly respect that. Under 5 to go here in the third quarter, 14-6. AVC finally on the board, 31 yards out. Conroe Hill from Caden Hinton. The defense trying to turn the tables here for the Marauders. Friedland up the middle. Pass incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Off the hands of Taylor Toshis.
Intended for Taylor
That was a
Buck.
great ball. Taylor slipped right as he went into the break. That was a perfect throw.
Taylor's dad, Ron, for the game. Gathering some footage here for the ball club.
Yeah, he's been here all year doing an excellent job for us. I'll tell you what, it's amazing to me how Devin Freeland's played today. He's been really good.
They look great on the strike to Rick Brown. Got things started off.
How about a little love for William Naylor getting the crowd fired up? I love it.
Third and long. Friedland with some time over the middle. Pass incomplete. Broken up.
Pass broken up by Kevin Holly. 4th down.
Great defense by the Marauders. I'll tell you what, they're inspired, man. They're playing well on defense.
Break on this football here for Holly. Pretty good look of it here.
And Freeland hit right as he threw the ball.
He threw the ball, so the pressure there. And we'll
Next
have
to
it.
Bella in to do the punting.
This camera there, and Holly there in a hurry, and maybe another split second that could be.
Oh, that could have been trouble.
Right in your living room. Instead, it's 4th down. Reese Robinson back to return the kick for the Marauders. Looks a little bit short. They'll take a friendly eagle bounce.
Great field position for the Marauders.
Yard line
On this drive, starting
by Blue Smith.
Eagle territory at 48.
First down, Marauders at the 48-yard line.
We preview our next guest on the broadcast.
Brian Silva, board member here at Mount San Jacinto, lives in the community of Beaumont, and he's also the sports information officer at College of the Desert. So he's got some intimate knowledge about our football conference. He's the SID for COD in the American, their Mountain Division. I almost screwed that up.
San Jacinto, tri-champion of the Mountain Division along with Pasadena. Now, Pasadena, what a year. First-year coach Robert Tucker, you remember a couple years ago, undefeated at the helm of LA Valley, and now taking his talents to Pasadena and Memphis. This year to travel to Santa Ana this weekend to take on Bowen.
That's a fruitful recruiting area, too. I imagine they're just going to get better and better. We hope our recruiting picks up a little bit when we move to Menifee, having a new facility, and that southwest corridor, Temecula, Menifee, Murrieta has a tremendous high school football.
Sense of urgency, and that's a good thing. I think they want to control the tempo here, dictate pace. Trips to the left for the Marauders. Hit with some time to hitch to Robinson. Robinson with some blocking in front of him.
Pass completed to Robinson. Out of bounds at the 41. 12-yard game brings up
See if we can get some score updates here from around the
third down, 3.
SCFA playoffs week 1.
Riverside has a big game today, right?
Riverside at Ventura. We'll have that for you 6 p.m. SoCalCollegeSports.com. You can see this channel on SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube.
Holy cow.
On the side, Kelvin Davis.
Kelvin from right here in San Jacinto.
Flag.
Oh, no.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles. Well, at the 24-yard line, first.
That's as much emotion as I have ever seen out of Casey Mazzotta, and I've worked with him for a number of years now. He's not very happy with his defense getting that personal foul. Terrific person, very easy to work with, and a great kinesiology instructor.
Bankhead with the ball. Missed a hit. And number 28, Nathan Ortiz.
Quite retired.
Gain of a yard.
Somewhat, but still helping out his son.
Yeah, he's here helping out a lot last year, and he's been helping out Frank some this year. He's here today. So is Frank. I haven't talked to Tom yet, but I love talking to him. We're kind of kindred spirits. Oh.
Pass incomplete. Defending for the Eagles. Blue Smith. Third down.
That would have been huge if Jahil could have came up with that. He was kind of falling backwards and didn't really have any balance to move forward and catch the short throw.
To the 13-yard line.
I don't know if we have the replay on that, but it looked like number 44, Kelvin Davis.
Yeah, it looked like Davis here.
He blew up the play, but he wasn't able to get to the tackle.
It blows it up, but unfortunately the block was there, and just terrific execution on that jet sweep. Earl with the first down. A new set of downs for the Marauders.
Bankhead with the ball.
You know, I'd encourage most of the people that are probably watching this broadcast have been to a community college game, but I always tell everybody, for $12, it's the best show. These guys are tremendous athletes. They're so much bigger than people realize. It's a huge jump from high school to junior college or community college.
Pass incomplete.
Yeah, the Eagles here, like you said, they're still in two down territory on third and what? Is it third and goal? No, it's third and about 7.
That coverage there. Go back on the replay. And Young forces the incompletion intended for Robinson. Back to live action.
Pick. Oh. Oh. They're going to send the field goal unit out.
Fourth down. 8. Into attempt. The field goal from 48 yards. John Henderson.
Missed it.
Wide right. No good. Take over.
I can give you a little insight on that. We had a tremendous problem because of the winds 2 years ago, but pre-COVID, with the infill being blown out of the field turf. Well, now we came in this year and we put a whole new infill in, and so it can't be an infill problem. A lot of times it can be the types of shoes people have on. So I don't know if the shoes had I have seen the guys slipping though too, but again, we just put new infill in it this year, so it's up to standard. I know I wrote the check for that one. Or I didn't write the check. The taxpayers wrote the check.
Coleman still on his feet, and he is going to be decleated by Augustin Lorfils Jr. My goodness. Coleman goes airborne on the tackle. I have a pretty good look of it on the field cam. As Coleman gets uprooted here.
That's another great thing about community college football is the quarterbacks aren't protected like in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of all those quarterbacks in the NFL. All the
You breathe on them, there's a flag. And, you know, within reason, and as the third quarter ticks down here, but you're exactly right here, Coach. Sometimes those aren't penalties, but hey, there's big money involved with those quarterbacks, 9-figure contracts. So I can certainly why they'd want to protect the bread and butter.
Well, those owners didn't make millions by being dummies, so they want to protect their investments.
Coach, you mispronounced billions.
Billions, okay, you got it.
That'll do it for the third quarter. We head into the fourth, 14-6. The Eagles holding serve at Mount San Jacinto. Coleman back to pass. Pass is complete. The offense is somewhat stagnated here in the second half, courtesy of a big response after a couple of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties going against the Marauders. That time, pass is complete for Mount San Jacinto to Dorian Cole, and Cole picks up a first. Start of the fourth quarter. It's the Hemet Sportsman Club American Championship Bowl on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also brought to you by the Kiwanis Club of Hemet Valley. Coleman with a pump fake. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Rashood Shelton. And that was nearly intercepted by Dijon Sanders. And Sanders spelling INT, denied there. Matt and Scott Tyndall here in the booth. And Angelo Solis, our field camera. Special thanks to them for providing their talents to bring you live coverage of SCFA football playoff edition. As we get ready to welcome Brian Silva. Coleman tucks it and runs past the 40-yard line, near midfield. He's at the 49.
Coleman to the 44. Gain of 9. Third down 1.
And we are joined by Brian Silva on the board here at Mount San Jacinto College, board representative and also the sports information director, or officer at College of the Desert.
Yes, yeah, working in the community college field for about 14 years, and it's an honor and pleasure to serve the constituents of the Pass area as well as Idlewild and through Temecula and Anza. So now being able to be here on the field with this particular contest, a bowl game. One of my first full years on the board is not a bad deal. So.
Very good. And, well, Coach Springer wanted to bring you on, talk about a little bit more the new facility opening up and the big things happening here at Mount San Jacinto.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're doing some wonderful things. Here I have background sitting on the Citizens Oversight Committee for Measure AA, which is where the bulk of the financing is going on for the growth here at Mount San Jacinto College. Mount San Jacinto College is one of the few colleges in California that's growing. And
nearly picked off.
And right now, with the opening of the Temecula Valley campus, in addition to the new facilities at the Menifee Valley campus, things are looking up for Mount San Jacinto College as well as the students primarily.
Certainly, Coach, and we've mentioned the new facility coming into play in 2022 throughout the broadcast, and can you maybe provide a little bit more detail to what we've been talking about? We've been talking about the video board and the trimmings and all that.
Sure. So the
Coleman down the middle has a man pass, nearly caught, and Taylor Tosh, he's had a lot of separation here today. And that one almost in the breadbasket from Coleman, just maybe a shade past. That's a great shot on the replay, and Taylor unable to come up with it. Yeah, Brian, can you imagine what that replay would have looked like on the big board? You know, we had 1 year, the first year that we did Antelope Valley College football up at their stadium with the big board.
Sure.
There was a scoop six by one of their defensive linemen, and their defensive lineman who's taking it in is pointing at himself on the big board, just taking it in on that end of the field. Pass complete. Chambers from Coleman moved the chains on 3rd and long. Chambers has been an effective weapon here today in the receiving corps for Mount San Jacinto. He shows up right there for a big play on 3rd and 10. And the Eagles move the chains with the lead here in the 4th.
And they're knocking down some clock time, which is so huge in a game like this.
That's a fact. And how large is that missed PAT loom for the Marauders? Now they're going to have to go for it for 2 should they get in the end zone.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, that as the game progresses, there's no question that it limits their offensive abilities almost immediately.
Man in motion. Coleman up the gut, has some room and some daylight, and he'll be taken down inside the 5.
Robert Coleman inside the 5.
How about Robert Coleman on this one? That's great play design, execution up the gut. And it's finally Kevin Hawley able to take him down, but not before Coleman gets inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4, and the Eagles in business on the doorstep of the Marauders.
Awesome job by the MSJC offensive line in creating a path for him to go through.
Brian said you had some time up at De Anza. Did I hear that right?
No, never been to De Anza College. Been to so I spent 9 years at San Bernardino Valley College prior to working at College of the Desert.
Oh, Aaron snap. Coleman probably just going to have to eat the football in a big way. It's Harvey there in a hurry. And Coleman, instead of diving on it, tried to make a play, Tony Romo style, but you see that one get away, and Coleman takes it from Harvey. You know, going into this season, Jalen Harvey was a big talking point in terms of what the Marauders were incredibly excited about bringing back defensively, and we see it right there throughout this season. The big number 23. Coleman on 2nd and goal, but outside the 15. Chambers again. Does he stay on his feet? He's in for the touchdown. And we're going to have a pretty good view of it on this shot here. Chambers from Coleman. Pass complete. Chambers to the pylon. Gets in.
3rd down, 1. From the 1.
Well, that's the incorrect call. I'm surprised they marked him out at the 1. Brian, we're going to see it one more time here. Did he go out at the 1 yard line? He's still in. He's over the pylon.
Oh, yeah, ball crosses the line, no doubt.
But they rule that it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Huge play call and potentially game-saving call for the Marauders.
Oh, sorry.
Coleman will not get in. See Coleman try to make a move, and he's brought down by big Kanan Jordan. 6'2 freshman, 285-pounder. From Augusta, Georgia. Talk about a hotbed of talent. In Georgia, 4th and goal. Well, let's go back to the reception prior to that play. We're going to look at it, and this is a flat miss call. We have it right here. He's over the pylon, clearly over the pylon. He's out here. Kick is up
Kick is good.
and good.
22 yards. Nick Sevilla.
Chambers pleading his case at the end of that play. No change on the scoreboard, and there we go. 17-6 after the field goal from Mount San Jacinto. And the Marauders trailing by 2 scores here in the 4th.
Oh, no, it's okay. Oh, sure. Oh, Roger Schultz. Right, no kidding.
The Eagles add to their lead in the 4th, 17-6. Chip shot field goal. And Reese Robinson with some room on the far side up near the 40-yard line. He'll have the 38.
Brought down by Javier Luna.
Looks like we have an injured Eagle on the field. Oh, nope, got picked up. He's good.
Timeout for an injured player.
And we are going to have a timeout for an injured player. That was good eyes there, Brian. I think should have went with your initial call.
Well, been working. I was sharing with the athletic coordinator, Austin Schmidt, who I've known since she was about 8 years old. That that I feel a little weird being a spectator on a football field after 14 years of if I'm at a football game, I'm working.
Right.
So so it's wonderful to be able to talk with community members and talk with staff and enjoy the overall atmosphere of a bowl game, especially one like this.
Well, let's talk about the community
Sure.
and the Hemet Sportsman's Club, established in 2011, really helping out this community with youth sports and allowing the community to grow with the proper support.
Truly, yeah, they've been a great benefactor to our region, and the fact that they would want to be a sponsor on an event like this is huge, and we're eternally grateful to them and their members.
Marauders take over. Jackson Marshall still on his feet, still going east and west. It's a modest gain on first down. 2nd and 8 coming up. One of 2 sponsors on the Mount San Jacinto side, along with the Hemet Valley Kiwanis Club. One of the proud sponsors today and active throughout the valley. Numerous charitable projects financially and through service.
Sure, and the Kiwanis Club in this region has been a wonderful addition to the support network that we have here at MSJC. They've been around for a very long time and helping us.
8:49 in counting here. Marshall again, this time with a little bit more daylight. He's up to the 45. They need the 48 for first. The clock, not the best friend of the Marauders, trailing by 11 in the 4th. And a shout out to the sponsors for Antelope Valley, a collaborative effort here today. Hunter Dodge of the West and the Lancaster Auto Mall, Fonder Solari, BHE Renewables, Berkshire Hathaway Energy Business, and AES.
Timeout. False start.
Looked like there was going to be a timeout, but a full start occurs before the timeout is called to go against Antelope Valley. And that's huge. It's 3rd and short. Make it 3rd and long now for AVC. Back him up to the 41. Hitting back to pass. Reese Robinson with a completion past midfield and a big collision.
Pass completed to Reese Robinson. Ball is at the 46-yard line of the Eagles. First down, Marauders.
And special thanks to AES, one of our sponsors, here today. Inside handoff. And now the Marauders, that time, Bankhead, starting to wear down this defensive front for Mount San Jacinto. And the Eagles really getting a taste of their own medicine, something they were employing in the first half.
Yeah, Antelope Valley bringing forward a nice balance of run and pass.
Joined by Brian Silva, Mount San Jacinto board member, and Devon Jones on the reception. Not much doing there. It's going to be a loss of yardage on the play. I have to say, Shamir Washington on the near side does a good job of not picking up a penalty, either a block in the back or what could have been a hold. He took a bad angle blocking his defensive assignment, but not incurring a penalty. It's going to set up 3rd and 7 now. Hinton back to pass, has Hill. Hill with some room, takes it forward, has a first down. He's down to the 36-yard line. The Marauders move the chains yet again. Clock ticking down, 6:09 here in the 4th.
Getting to the 36 and a first down.
And the sense of urgency going to have to ratchet up here if you're the Marauders.
I was just about to say that the clock is not their friend at this point.
No, it is not. Bankhead in motion. They send it to Bankhead. Bankhead receives it on the far side, past the 30-yard line, brought down on a heap inside the 30 to the 28. Brought down by Dylan Morris, 6-foot defensive back, sophomore from Menifee, California. Menifee, the site of the new facility opening up next year for Mount San Jacinto. We said we're going to get some score updates from around the SCFA. Been too busy here. Bankhead up the gut, flag on the field. And this is in the area where you would suspect a hold. In fact, it's exactly what that is. Back it up 10.
Yeah, when the white hat behind the play is throwing a flag, yeah, it's always.
He doesn't have to confer with anybody.
That's right.
It's a fact. Such a drive kill. You have all the momentum in the world, and now it's second in double digits for the Marauders. Stopping the clock with 5:19, down by 2 scores, 17-6. Trips to the right. Solo receiver at the top. It's Bankhead in the backfield to the left of Caden Hinton. Hinton with some time. Going deep has Jones, and Jones, he's going to be interfered with. DPI likely going to be the call. We'll take a pretty good look of it here, pretty definitive at the initial glance.
Pass interference call against the Eagles. 15 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Go back and see it here
Placed at the 20
on the replay. See the early contact made before the ball gets there on Devon Jones. So clock stop, 5:10 to go. 1st and 10 Marauders. Inside the 25-yard line at the 23. Bankhead gets a block on the near side. Still on his feet. Takes it out of bounds. That's a heady play made by Amir. Stopping the clock for the Marauders at 5:03. O'Brien, a lot of pretty good things happening at Mount San Jacinto College. We talked about women's volleyball when Coach Springer was up here, and basketball always in the midst. Hinton under duress, and this is going to be a sack. Haven't seen a lot of those from the Eagles, but that time, very timely. First man there. It looked like Michael Aram. Sophomore from Lake Elsinore. 6'3", 280-pound defensive lineman. Clock moving, 3rd and long. And this 4-down territory for the Marauders. Hinton again under duress. Rolling to his left. Has some time. Throws a pass incomplete across the grain. Intended for Hill. Soars over his head. Here comes 4th down. And Hinton walking gingerly after that play, and I wonder if that's a lingering injury from earlier in the game. He's not looking right on this possession for the Marauders.
Timeout for injured player.
Player down for Mount San Jacinto. And we'll take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mount San Jacinto, late in the 4th, 17-6 over AVC. Fourth down, this could be the ball game for the Marauders. They've shown an ability to call and dial up the big play. That time, pass complete, Devon Jones!
Pass completed to Jones.
Jones converts on 4th and a bunch. And the Marauders are in business. Jones winning on the route, working against Dylan Morris. And Jones picks up a 1st down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, AVC. Hinton with some time, goes back to Jones, batted away that time. Nice play made by Damon Young.
Broken up by Damon Young. Timeout for an injured player.
Another injured player. And the Heat starting to ratchet up a little bit. It was Young who made the play, who's the player that's down. Timeout on the field for Young, who was injured on that play, also made the play.
Second down, goal.
They're saying play resumes. Both teams huddled up here. Say hello to our sponsors, Hunter Dodge of the West and the Lancaster Auto Mall. Fonder Solari Management and Consulting. BHE Renewables, a Berkshire Hathaway energy business. And AES, all proud sponsors of Antelope Valley College Athletics. Second and goal now for the Marauders. Under 4 to go. Handoff, Bankhead going nowhere.
On the carry, Hugh Allen.
And that's Q Allen, excuse me, on the carry. And another injured player for the Eagles. Another timeout. We'll step aside. An update from around the SCFA, 20-10, 43 seconds remaining in that one. Golden West on top of College of the Canyons in the SCFA semifinal. And they will look to play the winner of tonight's matchup, Riverside at Ventura. So an injured player here for the Eagles. Trying to get to more scores from around the SCFA. Some bowl games being played today. And again, special thanks to Patrick Springer, the athletic director here at Mount San Jacinto College, and Brian Silva, board member for Mount San Jacinto College, College of the Desert, sports information officer. Had a chance to work with him couple years ago when we did an L.A. Pierce game versus College of the Desert. Just very easy to work with. Makes life easier, that's for sure, for us as broadcasters, proper pronunciations, info. Third and goal for the Marauders after the timeout due to injury. Hinton looking for some room. He's going to be sacked in a heap. And again, Michael Aram.
Lost back to the 16-yard line.
Aram gets there in a hurry. That's his second sack on this drive.
Fourth down, goal.
Fourth and goal now at the 16-yard line for the Marauders. They need the end zone here. Hinton under duress again. Nearly rolled up and finally passes incomplete. Intended for Hill. Eagles will take over on downs. 2:43 remaining, a two-score ball game, and now the Marauders will have to make something happen defensively if they want a shot at taking the American Championship Bowl, brought to you by Hemet Sportsman's Club. What a job by Casey Mazzota and company. His father Frank on the sideline as well. Still have a few minutes to go, but should the score hold, they're going to come away with a victory. Ball's on the deck, but we have a timeout called by the Marauders after the run. Likely going to burn them all here. Try and get the ball back, make something happen. Hey, you never know. Force a fumble, see something on the deck. We've seen many times throughout history teams snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Might the Marauders be able to turn the tables late here at Mount San Jacinto? Seems unlikely, though.
Please stay in your seats at the conclusion of the game for the awards presentation.
We'll have a quick presentation on the field of the awards ceremony. The presentation of the American Championship Bowl trophy. .235 to go. And White, who had a terrific run in that first half. One of 2 touchdowns here today for Mount San Jacinto. Another timeout taken by the Marauders. And we'll set up 3rd down when we come back. Third and 8. First down here ends it for the Marauders. Harvey picking up steam on the near side. In pursuit. They knew the shovel was coming. And there it is. Mount San Jacinto still on their feet. It's a chunk play for Sherrod White. And again, terrific play design. And that should do it. No timeouts remaining for the Marauders. So Antelope Valley will take their final timeout, stopping the clock with 2:16 to go. Well, been a valiant effort here today defensively by the Marauders. You know, this is a team, last time out, put up 72 points over College of the Desert, put up 77 earlier versus Compton, 39 on Santa Ana. You know, only twice this season did Mount San Jacinto put up under 30 points, 35 points. That was versus Antelope Valley, 23-13, and a win back on September 18th. On this very field. And then in the loss, their lone loss of the season to Pasadena. 28-26. We talked about Pasadena, their matchup tonight in the American. Taking on Santa Ana. Santa Ana team that is not shy to put points on the board, that's for sure. No coverage of that game for you. Of a penalty flag on the play. It's going to be a illegal substitution going to go against Mount San Jacinto. It was a game that could have gotten out of hand. Couple of key drops. It could have been big plays for the Eagles, but the Marauders hung around but unable to really spark anything offensively, and a credit to this defensive unit. For Mount San Jacinto, led by Michael Aram and Hunter Rapola. Rapola with a sack, QB pressure, and an interception in that first half. Two more games on the slate for us here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It'll be Ventura hosting Riverside, SCFA Final 2, Final 1 in the books. COC goes down at the hands of the Rustlers in Huntington Beach. They will play the winner between Ventura and Riverside. And then at 7 p.m. tonight, Saddleback College, the women host Cypress. One loss on the year for the Bobcats. That came to Cypress, 3-1. They'll look to avenge that loss later this evening. The winner punches their ticket to the Mount Sac 3C2A College Championships. Clock will tick down here. Eagles starting to celebrate here in the stands. Their win in the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl, up by 11, under 90 seconds to go. Another flag. Delayed game this time.
Game, 5-yard penalty.
Eagles. Handoff inside, spin move. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Still moving the pile. The Eagles putting a punctuation on it. Jalen McGee. They'll move it forward. He is near the sticks. They're going to give him the first down.
First down, Eagles.
And indeed, it is a first down. That will do it. Time remaining, a mere formality at this point. Mount San Jacinto will win the Hemet Sportsman Club American Championship Bowl for 2021.
Penalty flag.
Penalty flag on the play. Another illegal substitution.
Timeout, Mount San Jacinto.
And Mount San Jacinto will take a couple more timeouts with 45 seconds remaining. Back in a moment. .45 seconds to go. Another penalty, another illegal substitution. Coach Mazzotto trying to get in a few guys. Inside handoff.
Penalty flag.
Another flag. I mean, the referees should just let it be at this point. Some extracurriculars here. Maybe saw a punch fly, but they know the situation. If that's the case, just call it here. Coach Jaleka out onto the field.
You said you don't understand why it's taking so long? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they
Penalty flag.
substitution.
Doesn't want to see his players, do something to mess with any
Personal
type of
foul.
eligibility.
Marauders. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Mount. We'll start out with a 1st and 10 once the other 15-yarder is marched off.
So we'll march off a couple of offsetting 15-yard penalties. Just depends where it was. 35 seconds remaining in this one. Tempers starting to become a factor late in this one. Just want to get out of here safely with everybody. Friedland, who played so well today, especially in that first half after initially the opening play of the game. Robert Coleman came off with an injured leg, able to get back into it, but Friedland really manned the ship and was able to help lead this team to victory. The Hemet Sportsman Club American Championship Bowl goes to Mount San Jacinto, the top seed in the American Division. They hold serve
For the awards immediately following
here at
this
the
contest.
final game on Chris Quant Stadium. And 2022 will see the Eagles soaring their new facility in Menifee. Somebody's talking to somebody about getting someone. So we'll see if we can maybe get a Gatorade bath on camera.
Oh, all right, they're going to do a Gatorade bath, so try to keep an eye out to see if they come. So come over this way, come over towards our bench.
And congratulations to both teams on terrific seasons representing the American. A hard-fought battle in the championship bowl, but the Marauders go down at the hands of the Eagles. Really looked like in that third quarter, the tide was going to turn. But the defense held.
Just kind of get on the other side just and then try to go as wide as you can just so we can try to see it. Oh, there we
For the Eagles,
Oh, they missed.
and a failed Gatorade shower for one of the coaches. final again, 17-6. One last chance here to thank our sponsors. Of course, the Hemet Sportsman's Club, established in 2011. The Hemet Valley Kiwanis Club. And Hunter Dodge of the West in the Lancaster Auto Mall, Fonder Solari, BHE Renewables, and AES. So you see Mount San Jacinto
Please direct your attention
celebrating.
down on the field where Dean of Athletics Patrick Spinner will make the presentations of the American Division Bowl Championship.
And Patrick
And
Springer
the
set to
designated
award his
offensive
team
players of the game. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
championship trophy.
Okay, thanks for sticking around. Can we have a hand for Antelope Valley and their terrific season? For Antelope Valley, for player of the game, we have Augustine Lorfus. Augustine, if you could come forward, please. We got some more hardware here for your champion, Mount San Jacinto Eagles.
There you see the banners. Everybody posing here.
Mount San Jacinto, for player of the game, we have Kelvin Davis with 10 tackles.
How about Kelvin Davis here today? Well, we talked about the defensive unit and the job that they did, but Davis really the engine that would not be denied. 10 tackles, as we said on the day. Came off momentarily with an injury, but able to come back.
MVP of the game, I don't think it's a surprise. Sherrod.
And Sherrod White, MVP of the game, will go back to his touchdown run earlier in this one.
And here to present Coach Minnesota with the trophy is Board of Trustee member Brian Silver.
And we'll see it on a couple angles here. The touchdown run of today's MVP, Sherrod White.
Present this award to this great Eagles team and this awesome coach, Casey Minnesota.
Coach Mazzota presented the trophy. Again, thank you to Matt Tyndall, Scott Tyndall in the production cockpit here today.
When this ceremony is over, hop up? Okay. Sounds good.
Back to live action.
You guys have a good one. Peace.
You see Coach Mazzota presenting the trophy to his young men, his Warriors, Eagles soaring high in their victory of the Hemet Sportsman's Club American Championship Bowl. That'll do it for our coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Thank you for staying with us and being patient. Did have some issues early on, but able to get through it. And your final, 17-6, Mount San Jacinto over Antelope Valley. Take care, drive safe, everyone, and happy holidays.